honorable guests, dear participants and audience, now I would like to introduce Brigadier General Retired ABM Taiful Islam, MBA, Director General IICT. Brigadier General ABM Taiful Islam Retired is the Director General of International Institute of Currency Technology. He was born in a respectable family at Bogra in 1958. He studied at Bogra Jilla School and Rajshahi Cadet College. He passed his SSC and HSC with distinction, securing 10th and 15th position respectively from Rajshahi Board. He holds a master's degree in business administration. He was commissioned in Bangladesh Army in 1978 in the Corps of Infantry. He served in Bangladesh Army in the Command and Staff Appointment. He commanded 2 infantry battalions in counter-insurgency atmosphere and served as contingent commander in UN peacekeeping mission. He was trained in home and abroad and participated in the United Nations peacekeeping operations in former Yugoslavia as military observer and Liberia as contingent commander. He has been an instructor in Bangladesh Military Academy, BMA, and worked in many formation and army headquarters. He worked as president Cantonment Board and station commander of Dhaka Cantonment. He served as additional Director General of Bangladesh Ansar and VDP, worked as Director Ansar and VDP Unnayan Bank. He retired in 2012 from active military service and since then working with International Institute of Currency Technology. Now, I would like to request you, sir, to share your orientation about the course. Ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Brigadier General ABM Taiful Islam.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all in this training session. As you have heard, I am the Director General of International Institute of Currency Technology. I'd just like to orient you with the training itself and how we'll go about for these next few days. I will draw your attention towards the screen for more details. IICT is working in the field of cash management and training on counterfeit protection. our working area that includes following fields, which you can see on the screen. We conduct education program for bank officials, central bank and commercial bank. We carry out awareness program on educating people and cash users in counterfeit protection. Our education also includes few technology on the development and use of banknote, especially the structural technology, security feature of banknote, how we really go about in selecting those features for our banknote, how counterfeiters use the knowledge in deceiving us and the general people by making fake notes and circulating in the market and things like that. In Central Bank Education Program, we include the following subjects. These are required for mostly the policymakers. Some of you will one day become policymaker and decide what we really need for our currency, for our cash, for the protection and safeguarding the interest of the common mass who use the cash. You all know, all of us need to use the cash. We also include our study the cash automation process, the making and use of coin, counterfeit and counterfeit measures against coin. We provide some of the information about the manufacturers and suppliers of different materials, equipment, raw materials, chemicals for printing and making banknotes. And our main emphasis is on the public awareness of the banknote affairs, because that is the only thing which can protect the interest of the public. For commercial bank, we have various programs. It is the cash officials who take the big burden of the function of the commercial banks. And most of you as cash officials know how difficult it is at the end of the day to tally the cash with the document. And if there is any counterfeit, maybe many a times you have to pay it from your own pocket. Our education will help you that you don't have to pay from your pocket. You will be able to instantly identify the fake notes by touching it. Of course, experience is the most important factor. We also train about the transportation, vault management, zero tolerance in the cash counter, and ATM, CDM administration. In our country, ATM is functional, really functional. But cash deposit and other functions of those machines, we are yet to come across. But in many countries, without the assistance of any bank official, people can come, withdraw the money, they can also deposit the money, transfer the money also from his account to others' account. This situation is yet to come in our country. CIT is another important thing, cash in transit. The worldwide is being followed, and many CIT companies are coming up, which reduce the burden of main banking in the bank. It is the outsourcing of management of cash by the banks. Our training program includes training and higher education on Banknote, public awareness of Banknote, training institution. As a training institution, you won't find another institution which gives training on cash and cash affairs. As has been told by former Deputy Governor Bangladesh Bank, those company who produces the material, machine and equipment, they at times carry some educational programs, that too to the restricted audiences in various forums. And as a central bank official, mostly we are dependent on their advertisement and how they place their product in front of us. That may not always suit our requirement, but due to the fact that our knowledge is really restricted on the detailed technical aspects of those things, we have to swallow some of their things. We want people who should learn from our institution. They are the central bank officials, commercial bank officials, various security organizations, cash handling companies, law enforcement agencies, and concert business organizations. Offered course, we offered in fact we offer 4 different types of course: foundation course, certificate course, diploma course, and graduate course. And we organize special training courses for special group of officers. We have been doing it in the past, and this is also one of these special type of training program. And we carry out awareness programs. We have done it in the past, and we plan to do it in the future also. I will just give you a few details of our past programs in the subsequent phases. We have publications also, and we intend to bring out a quarterly magazine on currency affairs. We are processing it, we have not yet started. We already have few publications in the market. One is Knowledge of Banknotes. It is written in Bangla, in our vernacular. And some of you may have seen the book. It is written by the chairman of International Institute of Currency Technology, Dr. Muhammad Jalaluddin. We have 2 other books which are coming up. One is Fake versus Real, Euro, Pound and Dollar. The other is Banknote and Central Banks. This we are going to publish very soon. We have almost completed the drafting works. We carry out awareness programs. One that we carried out in 2014, where 54 commercial banks of our country participated, and almost 2,500 participants were there. We organized it in the indoor stadium at Mirpur. We had a good number of foreign speakers, and our Deputy Minister for Finance was the chief guest. Just a few glimpses of that. Bank, Central Bank of Bangladesh, our institution carried out the awareness program in almost all the divisional headquarters of our country. One was carried out in Rangpur, the other was in Khulna, the other one was in Sylhet, and of course we did it in Dhaka itself. We have a plan for our future. We would like to establish a university on global currency, providing institutional training through university and colleges. Training is essential for every sphere of life. In our country and every country, there are training institutions for banks and financial institutions. But the nature of training that is imparted by those organizations is related to day-to-day affairs of the bank. We really do not go for banking affairs or economic affairs. We restrict ourselves to the currency technology, how the cash is made, how the cash functions, how the life cycle of a cash is run, and what is done at the end of the life cycle. But formal education on cash management, cash circulation, and cash destruction is only provided by International Institute of Currency. Other aspect of banking is taught in the banking institution. That is a very wide field. Our field is very restricted. And educational materials are available in various conferences and meetings organized by International Association of Currency Affairs. They organize various conferences throughout the world. One of such conferences is ICON, International Currency Affairs. It is organized for Middle East separately, it is organized for Europe separately, it is organized for UK, USA separately. Those who have attended those meetings, they really get enriched in the knowledge of currency. In our this training session, we have two research persons. First, Mr. Abul Qasim, you know, he's the former Deputy Governor of Bangladesh Bank, Central Bank of Bangladesh. Next is Mr. Ziaul Haq. He is the former managing director or CEO of Banknote printing plant of Bangladesh. He has recently retired. Next is Mr. Saiful Islam. He is the serving Deputy Inspector General of Bangladesh Police. He deals with counterfeit protection on currency affairs. We'll get him for one of the session. Then we have Dr. Muhammad Jalaluddin. He is the chairman of International Institute of Currency Technology, and he has a PhD on currency technology. Lastly, I will be, of course, with you. Then we have Engineer Tasbiha Tabassum, MBA. She is a faculty member of our International Institute of Currency Technology. And Mr. Abdul Sattar, who is the Vice President. Now I will tell you about our program of this week. The program first day, roles and functions of central bank and currency issuance, will be covered by Mr. Abul Qasim, former Deputy Governor of Bangladesh Bank. Next topic, I will cover history and evolution of banknotes and anatomic dissection of banknotes, banknote substrates, features, and some security features. That will be all for today. Tomorrow we have our Independence Day, so we'll have a holiday. Foreign guests will go for a tour. We'll take them perhaps to Shunarga, Panam City or somewhere, and local officials, they can enjoy their holidays.
If they are interested to go along with them?
Yeah?
If local participants are interested to go along with them, the foreign guests,
Well,
there are chances of them.
I think if some of them are interested, we may consider after the class, if we find someone wants to go, maybe we can take them. On the next day, third day, we will have whole day with Dr. Jalal. He is an expert. I told you he is a PhD on the subject. He has done his training on many countries on banknote affairs, printing, minting, security, and many other aspects. He had been in this field for last 20 years. Mainly he will cover counterfeit protection of banknote. That is the main theme, and how really you can find out a fake note without the help of any machine. On the fourth day, we will have safe and secure banknote printing process. It will be taken by the former Chief Executive Officer of Bangladesh Printing Plant, Bangladesh Banknote Printing Plant. Next, we will have authentic source of banknote printing technology, equipment, material, and the suppliers also. It will be covered by Mr. Abdul Sattar. Clean note policy and recirculation of used banknote will be covered by Tazbiya Tabassum. And on the fourth day, final day, Mr. Saiful Alam, DIG of CID, Criminal Investigation Department of Bangladesh Police, will talk about legal action against counterfeiting, and hopefully he will give a state of affairs in this field, how the counterfeiter really works to fool the people and how we can really protect ourselves. Then Dr. Jalal will come with cash automation, cash storage, circulation, safe custody, use of ATM, CTM, etc. As a whole. And I will again come and talk about the coin chemistry, coin minting, and related matters about coin. Then we'll have a final review session, question and answer, certificate giving ceremony, and we'll conclude. Thank you. If anyone has a query on this, if you think that we may include some other thing, you can say now if you want to. If none, we will go for a tea break. After that, we will assemble here, and Mr. Abul Kashem, former Deputy Governor of Bangladesh Bank, will cover his topic. Thank you. Before that, I'd like that all of you should introduce yourself. I mean, just tell your name, which bank or which country you belong, so that we know at least each other. I can start from one side. Please, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary Benes. I'm the acting deputy director from the Banknote I'm Prevention-2018 from the Military Research Division.
The mic আছে কেন তো mic can make them
আচ্ছা এই মাইকটা দাও
Good morning, Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Ishwar Jahan from Mutual Trust Bank and working in BOD, that is Banking Operation Division. Thank you.
I'm Mary Benes, acting deputy director from the Banknote Philippines. I'm Penny Pahalit from Laboratory Research Division, Banknote Philippines.
Good morning. I'm Nasir from Modis Monetary Authority. I work at Cash Operations section as a deputy manager.
I'm Reza Hassan Alias from the Central Bank of Sudan.
Good morning. I am Kapolo Chandra Bhami, Assistant General Manager of the Bank Limited. Now the Bhavan Corporate Trust, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
I am Abdul Hannan. I am responsible for activities as a manager of Northward branch, Ansar Union Bank. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Muhammad Harun Rashid. I have been working as a manager of Conservative Union Bank, Thamuga branch.
Good morning. I am Shubhachandra Bhomik, branch manager, Conservative Union Bank, Srimangor, Molivibazar, and I want to give thanks the authority of IICT to organize this nice program. Thank you all.
Assalamualaikum. I am Isra Jahan, Sonali Bank, Ramna Corporate Bank.
Assalamualaikum. I am Saidi Parveen, Social Islamic Bank, Mirpur, Dhaka.
Assalamualaikum. আমি ওয়াহিদা নাসরিন, সোনালী ব্যাংক, ওয়েস্টার্নার্স কর্পোরেট।
Assalamualaikum. I am Abdul Sam Khan from Commercial Bank of Ceylon, Motijid branch.
Assalamualaikum. Abdullah Al Mahmoud, Social Islamic Bank Limited, Foreign Exchange branch.
Assalamualaikum. Sheikh Abdul Motin, Social Islamic Bank Limited, Kingston branch.
I am Sakir Hussain Chaudhary. I am working in Sonali Bank Limited, local office Dhaka.
Assalamualaikum. I am MD Kahan Hassan, come from Sonaga of Social Islamic Bank Limited.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Manzurul Alam, Card Management Department, Janata Bank Limited, Dhaka.
Assalamualaikum. আমি মোহাম্মদ সাদেক আলী, জনতা ব্যাংক লোকাল অফিস।
Good morning. I am Gaur Chandra Rai, Assistant General Manager, Janata Bank, Bilpusha Corporate Shaka, Dhaka. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Shami Parakanta from Mutual Trust Bank Limited, Principal Branch, Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Assalamualaikum. আমি রোজিনা পারভিন, প্রিন্সিপাল অফিসার, বঙ্গবন্ধু অ্যাভিনিউ কর্পোরেট ব্রাঞ্চ, সোনালী ব্যাংক লিমিটেড।
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Zakaria Zuel, Manager, Conservative Union Bank, Agolzara branch, Borishal Region, Bangladesh.
Assalamualaikum. I am Motia Rahman, Mutual Trust Bank, Bogura branch.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Mr. Mahmoud Murshid, Mutual Trust Bank, Agra branch.
Thank you.
Introducing yourself. I hope you will enjoy our week-long session. Thank you.
আমরা একটি জোর করতালি দিতে পারি একে অপরের জন্য পরিচিত হওয়ার জন্য। Thank you so much. Sir, Brigadier General Retired ABM Naiful Islam, Director General IICT, for your sharing your valuable experiences and excellent informative space. Thank you so much, sir.